How did the United States win a FIFA World Cup knockout match with just 10 men? Even more surprising, they had less possession, fewer shots on target, and still walked away with a convincing 2-0 victory over Bosnia and Herzegovina. This wasn't just another World Cup win. It was a masterclass in discipline, tactical organization, and making the biggest moments count. In today's video, we'll break down the complete match, analyze the key statistics, explain the tactical battle, and reveal why the final score tells only part of the story. Let's get into it. The FIFA World Cup round of 32 always brings pressure, and this match was no different. The United States came into the knockout stage knowing there were no second chances. Bosnia and Herzegovina, making history with a deep World Cup run, looked determined to cause another upset. For long periods, this game remained balanced. Bosnia slightly edged possession. They attempted more shots. But football isn't decided by who has the ball the longest. It's decided by who makes the decisive moments count. And that's exactly what the USA did. At first glance, these numbers suggest Bosnia had a slight statistical advantage. They saw more of the ball and created more attempts. Yet the scoreboard tells a completely different story. So what made the difference? Let's break it down. The opening stages were extremely tactical. Neither side wanted to overcommit in possession. Bosnia circulated the ball patiently, trying to stretch the American defense, while the USA remained compact, forcing their opponents into less dangerous areas. Although Bosnia enjoyed slightly more possession, the Americans looked comfortable defending their shape. Instead of pressing aggressively, they waited for opportunities to attack quickly whenever space opened up. That patience paid off at the perfect time. Just before halftime, Fowler and Balogun found the breakthrough, giving the United States a priceless lead heading into the interval. Scoring just before halftime completely changed the momentum. Bosnia now had to chase the game. The USA could play exactly how they wanted. But then came the biggest moment of the match. Balogun received a red card following a VAR review, reducing the United States to 10 men. At that moment, many expected Bosnia to take complete control. With an extra player and slightly more possession already, the momentum appeared to be shifting. But here's what most fans missed. The red card wasn't the moment that decided the match. It was how the United States reacted afterward. Instead of losing their defensive shape, every player became more disciplined. The midfield dropped deeper. The defenders stayed compact. The spaces between the lines became even smaller. Bosnia had more of the ball, but they found it increasingly difficult to create clear-cut opportunities. That tactical adjustment completely changed the game. So how did the USA manage to win despite the statistics? First, clinical finishing. The Americans didn't create a huge number of chances, but they made the important ones count. In knockout football, efficiency often matters more than volume. Second, passing quality. Even though Bosnia completed more passes overall, the USA finished with the higher passing accuracy, 87% compared to Bosnia's 85%. That meant fewer mistakes in dangerous areas and better decision-making when transitioning from defense to attack. Third, defensive discipline. Bosnia attempted 11 shots, but they struggled to consistently break through the American defensive block. The United States stayed organized, protected central areas, and forced Bosnia into less favorable shooting positions. Finally, game management. The USA committed only 7 fouls compared to Bosnia's 13. Rather than chasing the game emotionally, they stayed composed, controlled the tempo whenever possible, and refused to let the pressure affect their organization. Then came the final blow. Malik Tillman stepped up and scored from a brilliant free kick, doubling the lead and effectively ending Bosnia's hopes of a comeback. Despite the defeat, Bosnia and Herzegovina produced a competitive performance. They slightly edged possession, completed more passes, and recorded more shots on target. However, football isn't simply about creating more opportunities. It's about converting those opportunities into goals. The USA proved far more efficient in the moments that mattered most. That's often the difference in knockout football. When you look only at the statistics, this appears to have been a closely contested match. When you look at the scoreline, it seems like a comfortable American victory. The truth lies somewhere in between. This was a disciplined, resilient performance from the United States, a team that stayed organized, handled adversity after the red card, and took its chances when they came. Now, with a place in the round of 16 secured, an even bigger challenge awaits. Can the USA carry this momentum into the next round, especially after losing Balogun to suspension? We'll soon find out. If you enjoyed this tactical breakdown, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more FIFA World Cup 2026 match analysis, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest football content. And now it's your turn. Was this a tactical masterclass from the USA, or did Bosnia miss their chance to take control after the red card? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.